Kia ora, welcome to NZ Money Karma, where you can find freedom from the daily grind through budgeting, simple living and adventure. Today is a budgeting kind of a day. It's grocery shopping. I wasn't going to do another grocery shopping video. I thought, there's only so much grocery shopping you want to see. But I did the groceries this morning and I felt like I got really good deals. Normally I walk out of the grocery shop feeling like a bit bummed out, like, that was so hard and I've still got to go and get something else. How's it going to work? Today I've spent $132 per week for my family of 4. That's basically 4 adults eating, even though my kids are teenagers. They eat, in some cases more than my husband and I. So 4 big people to feed, $132 a week. I'm really happy with it. You're going to see a bit of a change in my groceries because the garden has kind of given up the ghost now for the season. It's, we're getting towards the end of autumn. We've got feijoas for fruit, but apart from that, I've had to kind of buy most of the stuff. We've got lots of leafy greens, we've got onions and potatoes still, but I've had to buy a lot more fruit and vegetables because we have got less in our garden now. So I'm going to crack on with it. Yeah, I guess I'm just really amped that it actually wasn't that hard today. And one of the main reasons was because most of what I bought was on those outside aisles. It's the inside aisles that are expensive. I've done the outside aisles for the most part, and it's actually not turned out that badly, even with 2 blocks of cheese, which I thought, whoa, this is getting a bit crazy. NZ Money Karma, you're buying 2 blocks of cheese rather than 1. This is going to hurt at the checkout, but actually $132 a week for the family of 4. I'm completely happy with that. Obviously, it's $32 more than my goal, which is $100. But what can you do? It is a cost of living crisis after all. So I'm going to start off. I've got 3 milks, and I've already written the price on top there. That's $4.29 for 2 litres. So I buy 3 2 litres rather than 2 3 litres to get my 6 litres of milk, because it is some cents less. So I save myself about 20 cents probably doing it this way. Every little bit counts, right? So I'm just going to pop them over there and cross that one off. Next are my 2 pumpkins. We have grown pumpkins this year, but I don't have enough for the entire season. And I saw these pumpkins and they were $3.99. That's, a good couple of meals for us. That's a pumpkin soup, probably pumpkin muffins, and some roast pumpkin. So that's contributing to 3 meals. I'm really happy with that. $3.99. They probably will go down again, and I'll buy some more because they last for the whole season. This one here I'll probably eat first because it's missing its top, its little stalk, and you do need a bit of stalk on there. But I've got pumpkins that I'm only just eating now from last summer and they are still perfectly fine. So if I can get 5 or 6 pumpkins and just pop them away for winter on top of what I've already grown, that'll work out really well. So that was $7.98 for both of those. Next was some celery. We like to eat that with some peanut butter or just with a dip. And that's $2.99 for that. I don't know where best to put that. Let's pop it at the back. And then I've got a lettuce, also my lettuces. I've got no more lettuce in the garden, so $2.99. If I want the kids to make healthy sandwiches for themselves, I have to make sure I have healthy ingredients. This is my fresh fruit and veggie bag that I've still got in here. So next is carrots. And the carrots were $1.99 a kg. I got 1.875 kgs. $3.73. Also good just to have as a snack or with dinner. I got 3 sweet corn. No one else really likes it except for me. But that'll be for me. I would eat 2 of those for dinner and that would be me. People will eat them, but my kids have braces, so you have to kind of cut it off the cob for them and it's just not nearly as fun as just being able to munch it. So they were 89 cents each, so $2.67 all up. You can see on this that there's a lot of stars. Everything that's got a star means it was a sale price. I got a cauliflower. It's only small, and that was $3.99. That was also on sale, but it's not the best price. $4 for a tiny cauliflower. But in New Zealand, these have sometimes gone up to $10. So that's pretty crazy. They did have cabbage actually for a really good price, which I can't remember now what it was off the top of my head. Really big cabbages. And my family do like cabbage. The problem is they were so big, I thought I can't even fit it probably in the fridge very easily, so I decided to give it a miss. I've got 2 capsicums. They're $1.49 each. And the reason I got those is because I want to make a pizza. Well, not a pizza, I want to make pizza for dinner. And I bought extra cheese to do that, so I want to have nice toppings. I've got 2 avocados here, and they were 99 cents each, so $1.98 all up. I got a pineapple, yum. Where is my pineapple? Here we go, $3.99. I tell you, I feel like I got a huge amount of stuff. Tomatoes, they were $3.53. I got just under a kg. I think I actually already have some tomatoes left over from last fortnight. I got oranges as well. And I've got more than we need in here because we also provide oranges for my son's sports team. Yeah, just for the halftime oranges. No one else, I think. It's not many other parents involved, so that's just something we do every week, just so the kids have a nice halftime snack. And how much do my oranges cost? It all depends on how you put it through the checkout, doesn't it, as to where it ends up on your list here. Oh, where are they? Oh, here. Oh my goodness. They were actually really expensive. They were $6 a kg. That came to $12.04. $12 for oranges. Never mind, it all worked out in the end though, didn't it? Because overall the budget was good. And some bananas. And the bananas are up here, and they were $7.14. I could certainly live without bananas, but my husband loves them, and it's one of those things he would rather go out to work extra and have bananas than do without them. Which is fair enough, I guess. Okay, these fish fillets, these were on sale. Let's have a look. Shore Mariner fish fillets, they were $5.99 each. So $11.98 all up. And these are good. We've got lots and lots of red meat. Well, not lots and lots, that's an exaggeration. We've got red meat in the freezer. We don't have anything like this. Yeah, it's crazy because it's not so long ago we would just have one of those. And that would be enough for our family. Definitely not now, and that would have to be bulked up. Like we might have fish burgers with those, for example. But that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to it. I will eat a bit of fish, even though I would say I don't eat any meat. Every now and then I will eat a little bit of fish, just if I kind of get the hankering for it. And I haven't had any for, oh gosh, definitely not this year. So I start to feel a little bit like maybe I will just nibble. Whereas this kind of meat, I wouldn't eat. Only just a bit of fish every now and then. So here I got a bit of chicken. These thighs here, we've got more people coming to stay. And I thought this would be nice. One night we'll just do like an apricot chicken thing. This here, that'll probably do 2 meals. There's quite a lot of chicken in there. I'll team that up with a bit of seitan. And that might be a honey soy chicken or chicken satay, something like that. And I got these sausage rolls. We had some at a birthday party recently, and everyone enjoyed them so much that I thought that will actually be a good thing just to be able to have, just have one of these and maybe do it for a lunch or for a quick easy tea, something like that. Let me knock those things off. So there's the chickens all done. Oh, I should have told you how much I spent, sorry. So $10.87 for those, $9.85 for one of the thighs, for three thighs, and then $7.99 for the two thighs. And then let's have a look here at the sausage rolls. They were $9. Then I've got eggs. They were $9.99 for a big pack. So there's 18 in each of these, $9.99. That's not too bad. So they're kind of like 57 cents an egg, something like that. And I've got two of those. We eat a lot of eggs when we have them. So as long as we have them, we'll eat them. Just need to make a bit of space over here. Okay, next up is toilet paper. $6.65 for those. Again, people coming to stay, we need to make sure we've got plenty of toilet paper. That wouldn't be a good thing to run out of, would it? Now into the dairy section. So 2 blocks of cheese. We want to have some pizza. I have been cutting these in half and doing kind of like this for 1 week and that for another week, and it does definitely make it last, but I will do it, I don't know how much we'll use for pizzas, but probably half for pizzas and then half for a week, and then we'll have some left over, and that works well as well. It's nice not to run out of things if you can avoid it. So that came to $23.70 for both of those because they're $11.85 each. And while I'm still in here, I got some sour cream. That was a big, like that was the biggest one there, and that was $6.29, so that was on sale. So the bigger one was the best price per 100 grams. Oh, blow. I've accidentally bought light. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. And then 2 butters, $7.69, so $15.38. So when I was going through the like the dairy section, I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna cost so much. I was almost starting to think when I get to the checkout, I'm going to have to be rifling through and taking money from other spots, you know, to make this work. But I just couldn't believe how many bags of food I got for the money I spent. It was, yeah, it's really, really good. So what else have I got? Treats. So some iced raspberry jam buns, $2, previously $5.49. Chelsea buns, normally $5.49. For me today, $2. These are the best things if you can get through to the, you know, like the bottom, often they're hiding. So there's a 16 pack of buns. So normally $8.49, today $2. That's what we're after. I have got more buns, so I might as well do them all at the same time. Let me just go and grab them. Again, I bought more than I normally would because I knew we had people coming to stay. So I found another lot of this 16 buns, $8.49. So that feels good. And even these, finding the 12 packs, which are $6.99 each, not as good as the others, but still not too bad. Many times they're selling them just $2 for only 6. So that's not nearly, you know, as good a bargain. And then I got these for Easter. So you're going to get this video after Easter because that's just, I've just made so many, I've been so excited about making videos, I've made lots of videos. So these are all kind of being spaced out quite a lot. But anyway, that'll be for Easter Sunday. We'll have, you know, these people staying, so that will be a nice breakfast. For them, I will be at work, so I won't have anything like a nice Easter bun. I will be well and truly in the thick of it by the time these guys get up and start munching on hot cross buns. I will make sure that I sit down with the kids and we make some as well. That's one of our Easter traditions. But I just want to make life a bit easy for myself. Tomato sauce, let me cross those off. Okay, let me do the things I can find on my list. So scrap that. Dark chocolate, $6.79. Not at all the best priced chocolate, but it is made in New Zealand and it's, you know, it's, I guess, an ethical chocolate, and we don't eat a lot of it, so I think if I'm going to buy it, just buy the decent stuff. That's my thinking anyway. And this is why I was thinking my shop was going to come to so much, because this is what I was doing. I'm like, just, you know, I kind of just got what I wanted, and it still was less than normal when I feel like I'm trying extremely hard. $6.99, some dishwashing liquid. That's just going to go away into the store cupboard, because I don't need that at the moment. But that's often about $8. Finding it hard to find spots now for my bits and bobs. What else have I got? Some tuna. I don't think that was a particularly, you know, it was on sale actually, $3.39. And with that, I will do a tuna pasta bake. So that'll be a can of tuna, cheesy sauce, and pasta and vegetables. So really easy, but the kids really like it, and I can make it in advance. And then also I do have plenty of pasta in the pantry, but I have been kind of using the pantry a lot and not necessarily restocking it. So I thought I'd just buy what I need, and that's $1.69. What else have I got here? Coconut cream. That's always the same, isn't it? Nothing kind of changes with coconut cream. $1.39. Also just trying to keep, you know, the stocks up. So I don't want to just use everything and not replace it. Although in saying that, maybe I will do a pantry challenge at some point throughout this year. Then I've got tomatoes. I didn't buy organic tomatoes today because I have a little kind of like an algorithm in my head of what I am prepared to pay and what I'm not. So these cheap chopped tomatoes are $1.05, and that's the same. I think these tomatoes are exactly the same as any of the other non-organic tomatoes, so I wouldn't buy chopped tomatoes that aren't organic and pay $1.50 for them, because to me they're just exactly the same tomatoes with a different wrapper on them. But the organic ones, my algorithm is I won't pay double, and normally I can get the tomatoes for $1.85 that are organic, so that works for me. I'm like, yep, that's okay, that's enough of it. I'm happy with that level of difference. But the only ones that were there today were $2.25 a tin, so I was like, nah, I'm sticking with my budget ones. And then here I've got some Pam's tomato sauce. So there's my tomatoes crossed off. Pam's tomato sauce here, $1.69. We do have some relishes and chutneys and stuff to get through from last year, so I need to kind of promote those a little bit more and put them on the table perhaps. So chili beans are $2.09 each. Another thing I thought I might make is enchiladas. So I will make the wraps. They're really easy to make. We've got probably 50 kgs of flour sitting in our kitchen at the moment, so no excuse. I guess I bought buns, but that's just really for my own laziness to make my life easy. But for dinner, I can make the enchiladas, I'll make the wraps, and then we'll do a beanie, lentil-y, kind of cheesy thing, wrap them up, cheese on top, put them in the oven, and then for the people who are very hungry, we'll serve that on top of rice, and the people who are not so hungry will just have the enchiladas as they are. Again, a good meal, you can prepare it in advance and everyone will like it. I find now that the kids are playing so much more sport, but definitely a wee bit hungrier. Often I'll do a pudding as well, and that's just to bulk up the dinner, you know, make sure that they're full. I've got 2 of these dips. I've never seen them before. Normally I would just buy onion soup, because you just add this with a can of reduced cream, but those were there and they were about 20 cents less than the other one, so I decided to try creamy kumara and classic kiwi. They're $1.39 each, and I'll team them with the reduced cream. I have got some in the cupboard, but I also found an even better bargain today. The Cinderella reduced cream, that was $2.59. The Pam's was $2.69. So there you go. Always a bargain. Like every time I go to the supermarket, I am always learning and always kind of honing my skills. And today, I just feel like I really nailed it. $6.49 for some coffee, for the coffee addict in my life. That's not me. That's my husband. It's a funny thing to be an adult and not drink coffee. I think lots of people find that so strange, and I'm not sure why I never got into it. It must have been at some point in my life when everyone else starts drinking coffee, kind of like as their adult drink, I went, no, I'm okay with water. And so now, at 48 years old, I still don't drink coffee. I am a shift worker as well, and lots of people who work shifts love their coffee, helps keep them awake. For me, I just couldn't even tell you. I probably have tried a cup of coffee at some point. Of course I have, because otherwise I would, I guess not know that I didn't like it. But I can't remember when that was. It was decades ago, and I have never really felt the desire to go back and have another crack at it. And what else have I got? Fruit salad. Oh no, creamed corn, $1.19. Impulse buy. I wasn't thinking I needed creamed corn, but I thought perhaps corn fritters is also nice one evening. Excuse me. That's a nice, I reckon, Sunday lunch or something like that. It's not, I mean, of course, it's not the best nutritionally, is it? But if you don't love a corn fritter, oh my goodness. Have you tried a corn fritter? Do you even know what a corn fritter is? If not, have a quick Google. Absolutely delicious. When I was a kid, we used to go out for dinner all the time in my family. Both my parents didn't like cooking. And there were definitely some years where we would go out to a restaurant 3 nights, 4 nights a week, which is super unusual in New Zealand and very unusual in 1980s New Zealand. So when it was my birthday, Mum would say, what do you want for your birthday dinner? I would never say I want to go out for dinner. I would always say I want corn fritters, because it's the most simple New Zealand dinner you could ever possibly feed your kids. But it's right up there with the classics like fish fingers and chips. Delicious. I love them. So that's going to be that's going to be a lunch one day soon. Where else? I think I'm down to my last things. I think that's all the bags. What's that one? Okay, and then I've got 3 tins of fruit salad. So you would have seen in my other videos I had apricots 1 week, peaches 1 week, and fruit salad this week. They were only 99 cents each. So there's, just under $3 worth of stuff there. Let me just double check my bags and make sure I have emptied them all. Do you know what? I think I have. So that's it. That is what I think is a really cracking grocery shop. This will do us the fortnight for my family of 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meats here on the table. We've got lots of tin stuff, plenty for the pantry, so I'm stocking up as well. Lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, some buns to make my life easier, and then some sweet treats, like the Chelsea buns. That's something, I don't know how to make these. I wouldn't mind giving these a go because they don't look so hard. So if anyone has a recipe of how they make Chelsea buns, please let me know. I will be making some hot cross buns, but they're going to go in the freezer for now and they're going to come out on Easter Sunday. Pizza, I've really splashed out this week by buying 2 kgs of cheese. Yeah, crikey. And yeah, toilet paper, treats. I use this for baking, but I will also nibble some because I really like it. Yeah, so all up, feeling very positive about the shop. I hope you guys have had a really good week as well, and that you've managed to stick to your budget or within the allowable wriggle room that you give yourself. Stick with it. If you're struggling at the supermarket, you know, I hear you. It's almost like you need a PhD in doing the supermarket shopping to be able to make it work. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.